request that they assist Australia as people, we being the people and their representatives at this stage. The actions provide easy access to information so Australia can hold a Unite-Wide vigil, provide support to each coordinator for the vigil in a quiet and peaceful manner, and spread awareness of the Unite-Wide initiative Australia-wide and also globally. This is almost like a last stand of defiance. We begin under a tree in a park, several locals chatting in a park, debating about what actions could be taken to move Australia to where it should be. Rallies, elections and judicial systems have not proved effective as a solution to the current situation Australia now finds itself in. A Mahatma Gandhi style of vigil became the popular choice of action, and while only 2 weeks out from Christmas, a peaceful vigil was held at Gallipoli, Enoggera Barracks on 18th of December 2022. The sentiments of that first vigil went viral and appear to have responded to many other Australians who are now fired up to hold the vigils at either nearby barracks or simply in their towns. Many mentions of the military as the only way forward have been noted across a variety of social media sites, not only in Australia but worldwide. Not a violent coup, no, not so. A simple request to our beloved military in the knowledge that they are now the only way to relieve Australians from the tyranny under which we find ourselves. United seeks to empower all Australians to peacefully and respectfully ask the Australian Defence Forces for help. And that's the letter will be handed in just as soon as we finish this. My refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He covers me with his feathers, and under his wings I'll take refuge. His truth shall be my shield. I will not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that flies in the darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at my side, 1,000 more at my right hand, but it shall not come near me. Only with my eyes shall I look and see the reward of the wicked, because I have made the Lord my refuge, even the Most High my dwelling place. No evil shall befall me, nor will any plague come near my dwelling. He will give his angels charge over me, to keep me in all my ways. In their hands they shall bear me up, lest I dash my foot against a stone. I will tread upon the lion and the cobra. The young lion and the serpent I will trample underfoot, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Hello, feline
Nancy on his horse, and then Kelly on the run, and one who was Matilda, they are Australians.
The hot wind from the desert, the black soil of the plains, the mountains and the valleys, the flooding rains. We are the rock, we are the sky, the rivers when they run. We are
Australian.
We are one, but we are many,
And we'll know the lands on earth we come. We share our dreams and sing with one voice. I am, we are Australian.
I am, you are,
We are Australian.
for help to the ADF, as stated on the army. Our values, Army's cultural and ethical foundation, values of trust, respect between each other and every person who joins in service to our nation. These core values form the bedrock of everything we do. Service, the selflessness of character to place the security and interests of our own nation and its people ahead of my own. Courage, the strength of character to say and do the right thing, always, especially in the face of adversity. Respect, the humanity of character to value others and treat them with dignity. Integrity, the consistency of character to align my thoughts, words and actions to do what is right. Excellence, the willingness of character to strive each day to be the best I can be, both professionally and personally. These laudable values and the contract created give us great hope that the ADF will abide by those values and come to the aid of this nation and us, we the people. We request the following actions of the ADF. That the ADF now act to protect the people of Australia and our country from enemies, foreign and domestic. That the ADF enter into the partnership with the Australian people to progress the attached log of necessary actions. These attached actions include removing all politicians of all levels of government in Australia and establishing an executive committee until constitutional democratic elections can be held using blockchain technology. Our forebears fought in many wars to assure that future generations will be able to live in a democratic, financially stable and culturally rich country. We once again call on the Australian Defence Forces to act to save the people of Australia and our much loved country at this hour of need. We thank you and all ADF personnel for your service to the people of Australia and our country. Yours faithfully, Unite in White. So I'm just going to walk up to the guard gate, and we'll just see if they will be willing to accept that. And thank you very much for your time, and they probably won't be able to get too far, but yeah, non-threatening, so if everyone just holds here and just three people walk up, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Good, mate, good. How's yourself?
Good.
Did you drive up?
Got the CB up here, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You going alright?
Yeah, not too bad. Just got some.
Highway Patrol. Why are they here? Speed.
We're going for the duty officer, and we're going to take them. Here they are, they label us anti-establishment protesters, and we've been trying to use establishment use it, you pull it down, rip it out, just ask the heads of establishment to fix the problems.
Exactly.
And they can't see it.
Can't even accept a letter. Can't even take a letter. Can't take a letter because it might be explosive or.
We really are fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, yeah.
And the people of Australia don't care.
The people of Australia don't even see it, man. They know there's a problem. They're just hide in their own corner. Nothing will happen to them, and they'll be able to save their little piece of what they think is paradise.
The AFP, they're working very well. Mr. Beaumont here, I'm not sure if he's ranked, but the AFP's police officer assures us that there will be someone at Duntrue who will be willing to wait for us now, as was originally the plan. And, a couple of reasons we changed the plan: safety, but also so that people can quite clearly see this. The corporation is moving in to separate us from our own people, basically. Officers here who are working very.
Mark has always been very good. The whole 12 months we've been here, we've had a lot of interaction with Mark, and he's always been good with us.
So as individual people we try to reach their hearts to see how they step away from the structure in which they're involved in rules and regulations. So we can here. Thank you very much. Quite obviously the corporation has won't let us
Do we go
any
down
further.
to Duntrue?
So
We're just waiting to see if, because the police are trying to organise someone to come out and see the letter. Calling now and wait for yes, only a small number of us will go because
at the end of the day,
There's a park across the road. We've got parking.
There's a park across the road, yeah.
spiritually,
safely
emotionally.
and legally.
Go left at the roundabout.
Yeah, if you go,
Park right there.
exactly.
Yes, yes. Get to the, I suppose the command. Get to the, I suppose the command to do that. So we'll just wait a bit longer. But from here, I suppose we dissipate and go back. I will be stopping in Duntrue and handling that letter if that was required. I'll stand by the reasons why we didn't quite go there, and we quite visually saw that this is a joint operation command. It's supposed to be there. They won't.
Told trespassing on what? At the end of a public road?
This is the first.
They're supposed to serve us.
Yeah.
They're supposed to protect us.
Well,
That was before they moved.
that was before they got private contractors and.
So it's Commonwealth land. I said, well, we are people from the Commonwealth of Australia.
So they're foreign military.
Yeah, that is the corporate. They're foreign entities. And they're empowered and they're being weaponised against the people. It's their rules. We do not work for their corporation, so the rules don't apply to us. The fact that someone gets a contract, it doesn't mean that they take over all sovereignty of our rights.
It'd be interesting to see what what those particular people did if we entered that property, because they have no rights over us because they are human beings of this planet just like us.
So would
No.
they be acting treasonous for not delivering the documents?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, even just the fact that they're now there at the moment is a treasonous act
Treason
against
act.
us.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be military police. Well, we've exactly. It's supposed to be our own public service. And soldier, as a soldier, I did my guard duty. You'd all rotate through the guard house. It's good for the soul. It's good for character.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep telling yourself that.
But we can't have things that are good for you nowadays, mate. That's why they'll stick private military on that gate, because you'll have to follow your allegiance and your allegiance to the country, where they don't, because they work for a private entity. That's just like in the courtroom the other day, where a lady was professing to be a natural born woman of blood and bone, and they took her away. The magistrate got her removed with Wilson security, not with the sheriffs that were standing right there. Why? Because the sheriffs would have to stand up for her. But Wilson security is a private entity. That's why they used them in the courthouse to remove her.
So governs them. But they're obviously a registered corporation to the US under the Stock Exchange Commission.
Yep.
So would that be Biden?
That'd be,
You know, the fake one?
yeah. Yeah.
Technically, Wilson is a Singapore-based company and has large Chinese money invested in it.
Yeah.
Look after all of our
And
defence.
it has pretty much every single government contract in Australia and city contract in Australia, and
It's conquest by stealth.
yeah, based in China.
If there's any defence people out there listening and taking notice of this, this is exactly the reason why we're imploring you to stand in. You're our brothers and sisters in arms. We care about you. You're our family. Let's bring it back to family. There's corporate entities, foreign interests that are not even letting us be together. They're dividing us. So really implore them to stand up and even have the conversation amongst themselves, join with like-minded people within their own ranks, and make a stand. Hopefully we can get to the command and make it work down so they don't have such a hard time. This is exactly what we're talking about. I'm not trying to give our soldiers more guard duties, however.
Maybe they need it.
Maybe they need it, eh? Hurt you?
But it's more jobs for people, isn't it?
Yeah.
As brothers and sisters for everyone else. Yeah. Our soldiers, everything.
With AI and automation coming, these are the first jobs to go.
I suppose I might keep forward. So what do we call this document? Sorry?
This is the log of claims.
Log of claims. So to our Australian Defence Forces, thank you for your service to our beloved country. Vigil. Oh, this is Vigil Canberra. This one, mate. Vigil Canberra, unite and white. When the government no longer follows the mandate of the people, it is the responsibility of the people to make their voices heard. That's all this is. Australia, that our brave parents and grandparents fought, will no longer be recognised by them. It is as if their skilled blood counts for nothing. The Aussie way of life as we knew, it is disappearing before our eyes, and we turn to the courageous men and women of our defence forces. This is a clarion call for the ADF to get our country back. Peaceful, civil, why are we here? Our fundamental democratic rights are being destroyed by elected and unelected officials, and Australians have had enough. The parliamentary judiciary, the law enforcement systems are failing to protect and defend Australian citizens from privilege of all levels of government. Decisions made in our parliaments by sitting and former members have all but handed over the nation to international organisations such as the World Economic Forum, United Nations, World Health Organisation, Tribal Commission, Downer, to name a few. Our so-called leaders have fully sold out and submitted us to international organisations heavily funded by private corporations whose key platforms include controlling the masses and reducing the population of the planet. It's very simple to make people aware of that. This is true. On clever, purposeful design, our elected politicians and unelected bureaucrats have succeeded in the premeditated collapse and destruction of our manufacturing industry. Many of our farms sold off to foreign interests, water resources controlled and sold, markets of money controlled and generated, then used against us as the value of our dollar becomes worthless as each day passes. The people of Australia never voted to go to war involving Russia and Ukraine, risking the lives of our brave defence forces again. Australia has no business fighting wars in other people's countries, and the people want no part of it. When all else fails, they take you to war. Our enemy is here at home, insurged within our unconstitutional corporate government. The emergence of COVID-19 has brought much of the underhanded decision-making by our governments and corrupt politicians into the limelight. What once was hidden behind subterfuge is now in the open, becoming more and more obvious every day. There is no question that Australia's security is under urgent threat. The collaboration between financial companies, mainstream media, large corporations and government is affecting the safety and the well-being of Australian people. We are ordinary Australians. We are mums and dads, grandmas and grandpas, brothers and sisters, friends and neighbours. Some of us come from far-flung corners of the globe to make this beautiful country. We do not represent political parties, activist groups, protest movements. We are standing on the shoulders of giants who came before us, such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King. They have changed the course of history. What we share is a fundamental establishing an executive committee until constitutional democratic elections can be held on the blockchain to ensure electoral integrity. Governor General and all state governments. Establish a military tribunal to oversee trials for treason. Cooperate with international trials for crimes against humanity, including but not limited to any individual or organisation who colluded with the government to promote and carry out the COVID-19 agenda. I'm just going to hold from that word. The Australian people, perpetrators of human trafficking, child sex trafficking, and satanic rituals. Those are the necessary actions of all this.
That's what we.
Does anybody wonder why they destroyed our manufacturing in this country and they took it all overseas? One of the main reasons, if you think about Australia as a continent or even just a country, right? If we rebelled to the point where they had to put sanctions on this country would literally laugh at the rest of the world. Everything they need, we have. Everything we have, we need, we already have. This is why they took our manufacturing away, our cars away, all that sort of stuff, because they didn't want us to be able to be independent. They wanted us to rely on them and their foreign entities. This is why they've slowly destroyed our manufacturing and our way of life, because we are probably literally the only place in the world who could literally stand on its own 2 feet without losing a single thing. We have everything in this country, and that's why they've destroyed us, or tried to get to destroy us, but they didn't realise the Australian people were so strong.
Make that the truth.
Bit broad.
Some of them.
Small umbrella.
Exactly.
They haven't truly suffered
No.
for a long time. You look at a lot of the elderly people who did truly suffer at some point, and they are fully awake. Or they give them the first dose of a medication to make sure that they're first affected, or yeah.
At any stage you think we've exhausted our time, we're happy to leave, but I really appreciate the part of the process.
Never seen that before. One and one.
No, Christmas unless it's a love or something.
Well, no.
Thank you.
All right, guys, going to stop it there for a while.